Welcome to part 6 of the newsletter series. So we have sent out our official newsletter, one copy, and we have our results, and I'm very excited to share these with you. So here's the analysis dashboard. You get over here by going into Analyze and then Post Report, and then you click over here. And because I've only sent one newsletter, in addition to the one test subject that I sent to myself, which really doesn't count, these are the numbers. And I plugged them into Gemini just to see where I stand compared to the market, and they're pretty good. So delivery of 172 total. We got 0 unsubscribes and 0 spam reported. Awesome. That means everybody is somewhat interested in this newsletter. 58 people opened it. That is a 33% open rate. Industry standard is about 20. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Want to stay above 20. The unique clicks or the click-through rate means somebody opened the email and then they clicked on something, a button, a link. And this is why I wanted multiple call to actions in there. And then there's also a poll in there. So what I did with the poll is I created a separate scenario inside Make. So when somebody clicks yes or no, that sends a webhook over to the scenario in Make and then gets added to a Google spreadsheet. And it's simply just 2 columns that says date timestamp of when they voted and then did they vote yes or no. It doesn't really matter what they did. I just want to collect that information and then be able to send them back another screenshot saying, thank you for your vote. It's been counted. Later, I'm thinking I'll have multiple surveys and then all this data can be shared with advertisers to say, hey, I have, 80 people, for example, interested in buying a particular product. And then people would want to advertise on the newsletter accordingly. And then there's a verified click-through rate. I think Beehiiv just has their own way of making sure that that's a legitimate click. And so because this is just one newsletter and it's to people who've already opted in to hear from me from the Sonic Combinator and all of the cool automation stuff that we have going on, I expected these kinds of numbers. We'll see as we start getting more and more people to subscribe and join the newsletter, how these go up or down. And then I am curious to get into the monetization part of all of this, which I know you're most interested in. How do we make money from this thing? So inside our ads network over here, there are options now. $2.25 per click for anybody that clicks on this particular link. Gladly AI, same thing, $1.87. Superhuman AI, $1.50. And then the code is $1.50. So I think what's happening is Beehiiv is recommending these ads to me saying, hey, these are available if you want to plug them into your newsletter. So we have Gladly, Superhuman, and the code, and then CBD as well. Why not? So we can click on these and say claim. So let me start with Gladly. I think they're the most familiar to me. So I'm going to say claim. So you have recommended with the logo, then the AI your stack deployed is losing customers. Well, I see. Whichever hook you think is going to be best for your customers. Okay, well, let's just go with the recommended. It's got 88% resolved, 22% stayed loyal. What went wrong? So I think this might be a loyalty type program for businesses of some kind, but okay. And then they also have without logo. I imagine that's probably cheaper, no? Well, I'm all about helping businesses. Let's keep their logo. Loud and proud, Gladly. Here we go. Confirm and add to post. Add to new post. Yes. Okay, and then if we click on blank draft, we should be able to see this in here. Add accepted and add it to post. Okay, go to post. And that's how it looks at the bottom. Okay, very cool. So if you're listening to this, when you receive this newsletter, go ahead and click this ad because apparently it pays $1.50 every time somebody clicks it. It seems incredibly high, but I guess the $1.50 is pretty good when you're a large organization because I'm thinking Facebook posts, Facebook ads, if you get anywhere from $1 to $1.50 on a Facebook ad, that's pretty good because your conversion rate is the name of the game. If I pay somebody $1.50 to get a lead and then I can convert that lead, 1 in 100 converts to like a $150 product that just broke even, which is really good. So, okay, yeah, that makes sense. The math checks. So let's put together our latest newsletter live right here, and then I'll send it. Zoom in a little bit, and then let's go to our latest report that the automation created is right here, newsletter raw HTML. Let's open that up. Let's grab all the HTML, Control C, go back to the post, and what we're doing is hitting the plus sign and then grabbing an HTML code snippet right here. And then once we have this code, we just go ahead and paste it right in there. Make sure we don't have any strays. Take a look at the date timestamp is good. Okay, and let's hit preview. So, okay, you open it up, you get an ad, and then right off the bat, Privacy Pentagon Profits, 4-minute read. And this is a kind of an interesting one. I found myself reading this pretty deeply because Ring apparently is under some scrutiny for doing facial recognition. That's some weird Terminator stuff going on. Yeah, alpha prediction, steal the prompt, automation blueprint. So all the cool stuff is still here. You can run this particular lead qualification bot by following these 6 steps, and net profit, potentially $1,300 a month. Join the bootcamp. Joke of the day, why did the AI break up with the algorithm? Because she found him too calculative and thought he didn't have enough cash. That's right. Well, depending on controversy, etc. So this is a yes, no that I built. So if you hit yes or no, it should now go through the new scenario and then show you a splash page saying thank you for your vote. It no longer ends with just this automation is not set up here. And then we have our AI sales closer GPT that you can grab for free right here. And then also unfair advantage where you can jump into the lab. But this is also interesting. This ad must be sent by March 14th in order to make sure that this is actively running. Otherwise, I imagine it goes back into the pool. Okay, I also learned you can do a /ad, I believe. Yeah, like this. And then I'll be able to find the ads that are available to me to plug in. Okay, so that's good. So let's go ahead and grab Superhuman right here. From an ad and then done. Okay, so now there's an ad at the bottom as well. So we'll see. Curious, if people just click on that, does it just work? Or maybe there's some kind of sign up you have to do. Not really sure. And this is all still manual part, right? Adding the ads and then making sure the HTML is cleaned up and then having a title like this. So I want to put something like rings Jamie faces scrutiny over facial recognition, because you want that title because it's going to show up right at the top of the email. And you want that to be the hook to get people interested in clicking. And then let's put something like, what was he thinking? Okay, and we also need a thumbnail for this. So upload new image. I just had Gemini build this for me. So I gave it this subject and said, build me an image for this one using Nano Banana Pro. And this is pretty cool. And then let's hit next. And everybody gets the entire newsletter. There's no hidden parts to it. You could do A/B testing if you wanted to check for different subject lines. Be good with likes and comments. And then next, and show thumbnails on top on the web. I don't want advanced email capture. This is just people who've already subscribed. And then you can also do an audio newsletter, which I thought was pretty interesting. So you can listen to this. And Adam has a dominant, firm voice, so we're going to go with that. Okay, and then a review, and then schedule, and then we want to post this right now. So as soon as you see the alert for this video, this newsletter will be out there. And if you're part of my Skool community, you'll get a copy of the newsletter. If you want one, then just check the description. There'll be a button there for you to subscribe, and then you can help me beta test this newsletter or tell me how I can improve it as well. Let's publish now and publish. And then of course you can publish this to all of your socials as well simultaneously, or share a link directly with somebody. So I want to copy that and take a look at what our post looks like. So here it is live coming from the Sonic Combinator. Now it's a 3-minute read apparently. Before it was 4. Okay, Jamie faces scrutiny. What was he thinking? Nice little image. You can listen to it as well. Here's our first ad in partnership with, and then the paradox, and then goes into ours, and then the deep dive summary of it all. Then our prediction to get people interested in numbers. And then you can steal this prompt and test it out. You can join our Skool community directly from here. And then a short little business idea. If you have Go High Level or you're into automations, you can use this, test it out. You can also get a 30-day free trial and a bootcamp by clicking on this. You get a joke of the day to keep it light, a poll to keep you engaged, and then a Go High Level subscription, as well as a connection to our lab. And then followed up with an ad at the end, which might be interesting as well. Nice little call to action. Start learning AI now. I like that. And then it just adds it to our previous newsletters as well. So overall, pretty good. The goal is to get this to revenue, and we're going to keep on building on this newsletter. So this is something here to stay, and I'm going to find more ways to automate it. So even that last end part where I put the title and then hit submit should not necessarily be part of the requirement. This should just come out every single morning at around 2:30 in the morning. That way people who receive the newsletter typically clean out their inboxes with morning coffee. That's the best time to send it. So like and subscribe and copy this in my Skool community. I want you to run your own newsletter, and I'm happy to help you build it. We'll chat with you soon. If you want to do this yourself and you just need a little bit of help, join my Skool community, use my high-level affiliate link, and I will help you. Revenue that I generate from that, 20% of it goes into paid ads, and the leads, I share them with my community. With my affiliate link, you get a 30-day extended trial, plus a boot camp that you can go through. I have a 15-part course that gets you from initial idea all the way to operational agency. You'll get hundreds of pre-built AI agents ready to go. Workflows, automations, website templates, I also have 40 plus businesses and marketing courses that you can then sell to your members. I'm heavily involved in my community. I join 7 days a week so you can have one-on-ones with me where we can build things, we can do think tanks and come up with business ideas. You can even join my businesses where I show you what I'm doing day in and day out. Everything is completely free until I get to maximum capacity. Join now.